Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Blover here. Today we are jumping in episode, I believe 4 of Satisfactory. Now, I've had some troubles with OBS, the software I use to record the videos, where the video feed itself would freeze, but the audio would keep going. So for this episode, I have lowered the quality to 1080p from 1440p. Even though I was getting a solid 60 frames plus on that. So just to see if it's the encoder getting overwhelmed, but we will find out in this episode. On the last episode, we did our first space elevator part and we built it. How cool does that look? Bloody amazing. So yeah, we will continue on. So I've got some big plans for this episode. I want to have coal power by the end of it. There's a few base organization tasks that we need to do first. So if we have a look in here, we can see coal power tier 3. So now I need to set up automation for the iron plates and the rotors, which require at least one assembler each to get going. Now we do have the resources around. We have the raw resources. So if we look for iron, which is everywhere, so we've got 2 nodes here, 2 up there, and 2 behind. So plenty of those, and copper sheets for the pipes. Where are they? Here, these ones. They require copper sheets, which are quite easy because we're only using half of our current supply of copper. So we're getting 60 out, but we're only using 30 per minute. So we've got a whole line there which we can use. So as you can see, I painted everything to the channel colors, but I want to reorganize this, and I moved the biofuel setup to here. I made a proper one. So we come inside, this one's wood, this one's leaves. It comes through, gets converted to the biomass, as you can see here, and then it's made into pellets, which comes back round on this lovely belt through 2 storage containers. As you can see, we have plenty, right? So we can expand and not have to worry about power, hopefully, ever again. Once we, if we can get coal power before this runs out, then that'll be awesome. And there's snakes that sway. It's a bit messy, and I'm wanting to clean it up, which we'll do today. It comes through, it's very messy. It comes through and gets diverted to all the biomass generators we have down here. Now, I definitely want to neaten this up. It is disgusting at the moment. I mean, look at this. You got floating, and you got clipping slightly, you got whatever this is, you got this. It's not the best, but we'll do what we can. Okay, I want to move the awesome sink to roughly around here and put the shop around the front. So that way we can, everything is within our base vicinity. We don't have to run to the other side for anything. Then I want the storage chests to be somewhere close, so maybe lining up around here, just in front, like that, so we can access the resources quickly. This whole area will be expanded out, and we will be utilizing all of the copper nodes here. I mean, not copper, iron. So currently, we're only using 1 iron and half of a copper, and then the 2 limestone ones for concrete. And we have so much more of our disposal for those requirements for the space elevator. I mean, not space elevator, for coal power. So I want to revamp this whole area, get it working properly. As you can see, I moved the concrete production here. So we're slowly building up concrete, which is very nice. And yeah, so what I'm probably going to do first is organize the biomass burners, and I'll need a lot of free space to do it. So let me dump a bunch of materials I am not using into the awesome sink, so we can get through this quite easily. Let's get rid of that. We're fine on that. Yeah, that should be enough. And I'm wanting to build a nice spot for all this. Now, I don't know if I want the same design where the input comes from behind, or it'll just be a manifold running through the front. Because we have to get around these guys. So we will see how we go about doing that. And for the design of the factory, I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to have all the lines, including the copper line, run through the middle and have platforms on either side, and then they're going to swing around the back here where the stinky rocks are, and the production's going to start at this end and finish at the front. So, well, let's get stuck into the biomass generators first and see how we go. Now, for the platforms, if you want to do it yourself, if you notice let's say you build one here, right? And you want it to line up, but look at that, it's horribly skewed, it's not level, and when you have a bigger factory later on in the game and you want it to line two factories up with roads or anything, it's very painful to do. So it's either you build to the world grid, or what you do is you build out from your current platform, like this, to the desired location, which is exactly what I've done. So this will come and connect perfectly in line with our other buildings, and I did the same from that one. So everything will be on the same grid, if that makes sense. So let me delete all this, get our ramp back in so we can get up easy, and get started on revamping this area. This one shouldn't take too long, and this belt is super annoying. Yeah, so let me get stuck into this area, get it all sorted and fixed up. I'll probably add another 2 biomass generators because of the extra production we're going to be adding in. We may need even 4 more, but we will see. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, I'm back. So as you can see, oh, Mr. Bean's running. Where's he going? Ah, he must have got damaged by the fart rocks. Oh no, Beans, no! Anyway, so the biomass comes through, and it goes through a manifold system and connects up to all the burners. Now, I didn't make note of how many we had before, so I just built 6 of them, thinking that's how much we had before. So if we did, we did. If we didn't, we didn't. All right. Let's take a look from below. It's the same sort of setup. I've just expanded the foundation out. Walk in the same as before, and you got the MAM, and then you got the equipment crafting station, and our hub I moved. And here's our awesome sink with where we deposit what we want to get rid of. So that's pretty cool. Now I will turn the power back on, and I'll be able to tell you if I built too many. Yeah, I built like maybe 1, 2. No, I built a lot more. Like three more than I had to. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start working on the factory design. Now, one cool thing you can do is you can place platforms over deposits like this, right? And then you go and you place the miner, if I can find it. Where is the miner? There it is. And it will snap to the node through the floor. How cool is that? Now, I didn't align it to the world grid, it seems, for the foundations. As you can see, it's not in the middle and this is not centered, but that's okay. It might bother some of you, but I will fix it once we are out of this horrible biomass stage, because the main rush is to get out of here so we can start producing things quickly and efficiently. So when you place a belt now, it's no longer floating, it's perfectly in line. So that's always a good tip to follow. Yeah, so I'm gonna get to filling this out with the platform. One thing I do want, I didn't build yet, was the awesome shop. So I'll place that. Can I have it sideways? No, okay. We will just place it back to back there. Is the foundations. Is it foundations? Ooh, customizer. I want the concrete foundation. Or the asphalt. No, I want the concrete. It looks a lot better. And, yeah, not so much, so gimmicky, right? Because this looks... it looks cool, but it's not the best. We can make it look a lot nicer. So, I'll be doing that. Next, I'll see you guys... Actually, we'll see if we have enough tickets. Okay, got some coupons. Let me take that and let me get rid of the horrible iron in my inventory. Don't need that, don't want it. And let's get it. So we want concrete foundation. That means we've got 3 left. What do we want? Got some walls. Some walkways. Barriers. We're not far enough along to get any, I don't know, cosmetic items, I would say. Still very early game. I don't know, maybe I should just get the... Oh, I can't get asphalt, that's 4. Well, let's get the conveyor wall. No, that's 5, okay. Never mind. We will save our tickets for next time. Oh, Ada, what do you want?
Decoration and organization go hand in hand. Fix it HQ custodian, I always say. Use of these customizer features does not guarantee an aesthetically pleasing or user-friendly factory. That's the part that requires knowledge and skill.
Right, thank you, Ada. Saying I'm not good enough for this. She's a real horrible person, isn't she? Alright, let me get the foundation set for all the miners, and I'll have to pull all this down and startings of our next factory. Alright, I'll see you guys soon. Alright, I'm back, guys. So, did a little bit of work. We've got the miners hooked up. You can see that the... Oh, I didn't hook that one up. Hold on. Hook that one up real quick. We've got the miners coming through this middle one here. This middle row. And we've got the copper on the outside, because after the rock, it's going to split and do the copper section, and the end product should be coming around this way somewhere. The iron is going to do the same, except around that side. So that's why this side has so much more space available to it versus that side. The copper is going to be, you know, fairly small, average looking system, where the iron will be a lot more advanced. A lot more things going on and all that. So Mr. Bean's back. That's a nice move. Yeah, so I didn't want to empty these yet because my inventory is always kind of full. So I'm waiting until I use a lot more of a resource where I can start grabbing all the stuff out of here. Now, I'm assuming I won't run out, right? Fingers crossed. Run out of resources making this, which I shouldn't, but I'm also keeping them there just in case. What I might do is build another row of storage chests just here and belt them across so that I can wipe them out and we can build the factory proper. I'll see you guys in a little bit. And I'm back. So here's the progress so far. So I've built out platforms on either side, and we have all the belts running through the middle here. The iron is splitting off to the right side, and the copper is here on the left. We will always be able to expand this and build more and more by building vertically. So that's what my plan is, to build vertically. And I think, according to my inventory, my plates are super low. I'm thinking I'm just going to do the iron first. So one whole input is going to be dedicated to plates, one is going to be dedicated to rods, and the other one dedicated to screws. And then the copper can be split up because we're not low on any of it, and we're not close to being low on any of it. As you can see, the storage containers are moving across. So let's go to our plates, which I believe is this one. And you probably still have a lot in you, don't you? Yeah, still got quite a bit, so let me help it out, steal out. But I'm definitely going to get plates going first. And at the end of it, I might build storage containers one step behind here in this line, so I don't get confused, but close enough that we can easily grab whatever resources we want. But I'll see you guys then. Alright, we're back. I spent quite a while doing it, but here we have it. It's not that complicated. Let me build a tower. I think it's under special. No? Where is the tower gone? There we go. Look at tower. Have a look to see what's going on, and I'll explain it all. Now I might change it because we are getting a lot of rods. Not too sure if we need that many rods. Okay, so the 3 lines are coming in. The outermost line is going all the way around the back, and that is doing the plates. So it's 2 smelters, right? Going into 2 constructors, making plates, merging, and then a storage container. Now, the rods are different. So the 60 line of iron ore is going to 2 smelters. You can see they're split up. They're not next to each other because the output, the constructors only take 15 in each, right? So that means 1 smelter to 2 constructors, then merging back together at the end, doing the rods, right? Using every last bit that we can. And then this line is making the screws. So it's the same as the rods, except one... Oh, I didn't power that smelter. Can I do it from here? Yep, we can. So 1 smelter goes to 2 constructors, and each constructor gets their own one, which then is being merged up and pushed onto the belt to fill up our storage container there. The idea is to keep everything running all the time. So I had to build another biomass generator to get more power, because we were close-ish. So we're only using this much, but everything can use this much at once. Now you don't want the blue line to go above your capacity, which is the top grey one, because if the power goes out and you have to flip the switch to turn everything back on, it's going to use this blue line all at once. So you do not want that above your grey line. Like I said, I think we might be making too many rods. It's outpacing the plates. So I might convert one of these to make plates at a slower rate and then just merge it onto this line here for the future. And let me get this line hooked up. I didn't hook the smelter together. There we go. Put it on straight so it looks neat and tidy. Now the next is the copper, which is going to be very simple. So we're going to have this splitting into 2 lines. So we're going to have, I don't know why I made all this space, I guess to even it out. It's a bit strange, but it does the job. Since we got the space, let's move it out a little bit. So we have a smelter, and move it out to about here, and another smelter. Now you'll see the copper is 30 in per minute, right? We got a 60 belt. Right, so that is going to be split between these two, and afterwards what we're going to do is we're going to put a constructor in front of it, and we want one of these each. Right, so let's say the wire, let's say. So it only takes 15 per minute, so this is going to have one smelter, two constructors. Then if we want to do the cables, right, outputs at 30. The cables is 60 wire in per minute, so we're going to have one smelter, two constructors making the wire, then one constructor making doing the cable at the end here. Then let's say and the last recipe is going to be the copper sheets, which is 20 per minute, which I'm not going to do because at the moment we can't throttle down our machines. So instead what we're going to do is just do two. So one smelter. Oh no, sorry. We're not going to do two. We're just going to do one and let the excess build up, essentially. And if we're running short, we're running short. And then the concrete, I don't know where to do the concrete. I might do it here because we have all this space. And I need to sort out this poor smelter that's been buried. And Beans has got himself stuck again. Hey, Mr. Beans. Is he crying? He is too. Look at that. That's depressing. Well, I'll get this sorted, and I'll see you guys back here soon. Alright, I'm back. Seem to have completed it. I made a mistake. I thought for some reason I had two belts coming in, but I don't. So that's not a big deal. So we're making the cable at half capacity. So we're only inputting 30 per minute and not 60 as required, which is fine because we don't go through so much cable these days. The sheeting is coming through slowly the way around, and they're all being hooked in to these elevators here. I know it's a bit unsightly, but it will do for now. We are overflowing in screws, which is a good thing. You don't ever want not enough screws because adding extra setup of this to get more output is just the biggest pain. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect both the rods and the plates through to their storage containers, and also hook up the concrete to a storage container as well. And this time I'll try and be very neat about it because all the storage crates underneath here are gone. So that should make it a lot easier to handle. I will zoom on back when it's done. Now Mr. Bean's is enjoying the factory. Oh, there's two of them there. Look at that. They're stuck inside each other, and we got that one. We're trapping them. Majestic creature, isn't it? Alright, I'll see you guys soon. Alright, I'm back, guys. I've hooked it all up. So we got the sheets coming along neatly over this, coming down, and then we got the cable, then the wire, screws, rods, concrete, and then plates right at the end. And that's our big factory done. So with the amount of resources coming in, we will be able to unlock further tiers. Now, I don't think we'll be able to do concrete by the end of this episode. Doing this took quite a lot longer than I thought it would, but we are well on our way. So let me dump a bunch of this. It's filling up my inventory quite a bit. There we go. And let us check on our power situation. How much did we go through? Do we have enough to build another small assembly line? And just, yes we do. We got plenty for the assemblers and to make the requirements to unlock our main goal, which is the coal power. Now we can always unlock a few more things like well, I don't want Mark II yet. How about, no, we can't really do anything, can we? Jump pads, not with 50, not with 50 either. So I think that will do today's episode. If you enjoyed, drop a like or a comment down below and subscribe. Like I mentioned before, I enjoy making the content for the sake of making it. I work full-time in IT during the day. So yeah, if you want to see more stuff or you have another game suggestion, please say so and I'll be happy to look it up and potentially make a series on it. Yeah. Thanks for joining. And if you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much. I will catch you guys next time.